Do you want to know how to get so many leads that you're never short of listings and buyers? If you want to know what keeps leads coming and coming, this video is for you. Hello, I'm Rob Commodari, and I help people buy and sell on average more than 100 homes every year. That does put me in a top echelon of real estate agents, and I want to share with you how I do it. I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can start today to max out your referral system. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel below if you want to learn all my tricks and tips for getting and keeping these warm relationships. Then, if you would, turn on your notifications so you could be alerted when I do share these new ideas to build your database all day long. Building referrals or building these relationships, it's not rocket science. It's the foundation of all humanity. And I'm going to share with you 3 ways to be a rock star when it comes to building these long-lasting relationships. So to start with, what I'd like you to do is set up a customer relationship management tool that lets you keep track of all your clients' likes and interests. So a CRM, it's a tool where you can store basics like the name, address, birth date, and contact information, but it's much bigger than that. First, obviously, you get the information and you input it. You can fill out the details in your CRM, like of their interests, like whether they're maybe it's a contractor, a segment of people that are contractors, or you might want to find out where their favorite vacation spot is. You can log that information in. And that way, when you come back in or you want to make a phone call to these people, you already have their information in front of you. You should be in it every day and tracking. And the more you track, the more you're into it, the more data that you can add to it when you're communicating with your clients. Now, the second way to build warm referrals is this. Once all your connections data are put into the CRM, start to segment your audience according to their behaviors and interests, professions, anything at all. For instance, you can create an audience segments based on the events they attend, or the sports teams they like or follow, or any significant dates in the calendar. By doing this, you can see the patterns and also find that your contacts have shared interests, which makes it easier to plan events or conversations around topics that interest them. So interestingly enough, when everyone starts talking about the same topic, you get to share new ideas you pick up from others with the rest of your contacts. And this creates a chain of useful and valuable information to share. Like in my CRM, for instance, I have maybe 10 or 15 different groups that I segment my database into, or my clients into. For instance, I could have people that are just estate planners, and I can contact them, have them in a special group. I can have accountants. I could have people that are just potentially looking to buy, a group like that. I could have maybe a social group or a networking group that I'm part of, like maybe a men's fellowship group at church, or if you're part of school, maybe it's a father's club or mother's club at school. So you can segment your clients in those different areas or groups that you can keep track of. And when you want to later connect with them, you just go right to the group and they all get that information. If you can learn how to track, you can see your successes and where you're maybe coming up short in your database or your business, or who you need to be more in contact with. You can use it. I have a series of questions to ask all my people in my database, and I don't have to ask all 39 questions at one time, but I can pepper it in along the way. So it just gives you a basic way to, like, when you click on a client's information, you can just have data on maybe their favorite vacation spot, maybe their favorite meal, maybe favorite movie, or things like that, their child's birthday. So it's a great tool to use. So when you're communicating with a client, you might be, depending on the date, you might be able to say, hey, I know it's Charlie's birthday today. Just tell Charlie I wish them a happy birthday. So it's a great way to use it. And what the benefit of that is, people will see, or clients will see that, hey, this guy has an interest in us and he knows information about our family. So the third way you can create relationships that are durable and lasting is to time block an hour or 2 every morning. And I can't emphasize enough how important it is to do this time blocking, because if you don't, the day starts getting away from you and you'll never do it. It's easy to do, but it's easier not to do. So once you have this time block in place, you just start rolling down your list. You drop a phone call here in that certain time frame, and you write notes in another time frame. In the morning before I leave the house, I write 8 to 10 notes every day to my database. And then I block time in the morning from 9 to 11 to make my calls to the database. So that's really important, to make sure you have these times blocked in your calendar, so you discipline yourself to make sure you do what you need to do here to stay building these warm relationships. Because these aren't just clients, they become friends over time. And the more authentic and genuine with keeping in touch with them, one, you're going to be on top of mind for them. But two, that relationship's going to get deeper and deeper and deeper. And then at the end of the day, they're going to refer you to more people. But if you're just calling them once a year or writing one note every 2 years, they're going to forget about you. Out of sight, out of mind. You've all heard that. So you have to be mindful of what your intentionalities are with your database. So one last question for you. Do you have a daily routine that keeps you grounded? Love to hear about it. Tell me about it in the comments below, and check out my blog post, which I dropped in the description below. If you think these tips are useful, like and share this video and subscribe to my YouTube page. I've been working by referral for almost 20 years now. My tips are sure to help you become a referral rock star. So thanks for tuning in today, and please make it a great day. I'm sure you'll hear from me soon. Take care.